Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
When I said you were about to experience him, I wasn't lying, was I? A round of applause again for Bethel. And so, even before the video that we saw, we can see that peace has many faces, from security and justice to climate action and humanitarian care. And so, in this next segment, we're going to connect those threads through an interactive dialogue with the UN heads of agencies in Nigeria. Together, we will explore how creativity intersects with the UN's normative pillars: peace and security, human rights, sustainable development, climate change, and humanitarian aid. And so to take us through this session, please help me welcome on stage the leadership of UNFPA, Muriel Mafiko. UNODC, Sheikh Toure. And of course, we can't have this conversation without WIPO in the house. So please, Mr. Oluwatobi Moody, please. Okay, so it's going to be, like I said, an interactive conversation, but we're going to be hearing from the leadership here on stage first, and then we'll throw it open, because I'm sure that quite a number of us have conversations, have questions, inquiries, suggestions that we'd like to send across to the UN. So my first question will be, and we're really going to be answering the same set of questions round, but the first question really would be, why do you do the work that you do at the UN? Why did you choose to do the work that you're currently doing? And just reflecting on the last 80 years, how do you think that has influenced where you are, both as a person and as an organization? So, Sheikh, you can start.
Because I'm next to you. Actually, I was like, I will let my brother start so I can build up my response from his. But thank you. It's a very important question to say what motivates us to do the job that we do. And just recently, I reflected because I was asked that question. It is a contribution. I started with the United Nations as a UN volunteer. And that spirit of volunteerism was to contribute the little I knew to the peace, justice agenda of the United Nations. But as you grow in leadership, you realize that what you had hoped for yourself being a youth, you want actually for the youth of today to aspire for more. So everything today that drives me is how to lead UNODC efforts in Nigeria. I can connect those elements of our service delivery to ensure that every youth relate to that story.
I just ask that you tell us what the UNODC is.
Okay. So the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime is guardian to the mandates, to the conventions on drugs, the two conventions on drugs and psychotrop, the Anti-Corruption Convention, the Convention on Transnational Organized Crime, and soon the Cybercrime Convention. So basically speaking to the youth directly with the digitalized world, with everything from Yahoo Yahoo to Yahoo Plus to Yahoo Plus Plus to the Japa elements. But if you just go through that mandate, it is not attractive to the youth. So we use different elements to ensure that what we want the youth to know to prevent them from those menaces speaks to them. So this is quite important to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And good afternoon, everyone. Really delighted to be here. My name is Muriel Mafiko. I've only been in Nigeria for the past 3 weeks. So I am still in that exploring phase, listening to people, learning about Nigeria, and experiencing everything that is Nigerian. I arrived almost a few days before the 65th birthday or anniversary of Nigeria. So it was a wonderful time to come. And I must say, in the last few weeks, I've been experimenting a lot. So now, food-wise, you can ask me questions about my favorite food. I'll tell you.
Have you had jollof?
Obono. No, jollof I knew before I came. Now it's obono, it's swallow, it's everything in between. Anyway, back to your question. I actually joined the UN 24 years ago in my home country. And since then, I can tell you, I have not looked back because I have seen the work of the UN transforming lives, bringing hope. I work for UNFPA, which is the United Nations Population Fund. We focus on you, the decisions you make every day about your body. Whether you want to have with issues to do with girls and women. For instance, in your community, I'm sure you've come across a 15-year-old girl who is pregnant and you've wondered if they are ready to be mothers. These are some of the issues that we work on together with other UN agencies, addressing issues that you see in your communities every single day. Issues about teenage pregnancies, issues about child brides or child mothers, issues about female genital mutilation. These are some of the issues that we deal with. But I don't want to focus on that part only. We also focus on working with young people like yourselves, making sure that young part of our youth initiatives. I hope you get a chance to talk to him and hear from him directly how the work of UNFPA is bringing hope and helping communities to benefit from the energy and creativity of young people. So I'll end it here for now, but invite you to please follow the work that we do. We need your voice. We need your support in order for us to make sure that women and girls and young people are able to reach their full potential.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'll just follow my colleagues, and my journey in the UN, I did start about 13 years ago, so much younger. But I joined, and maybe the underlying word that I would use when I think about your question, why do we do the things we do? I think it's service. And at the end of it, UN officials are civil servants. We're international civil servants. And so the opportunity to serve, I think, was really at the heart of it. When I joined the UN, my agency is the World Intellectual Property Organization. And so we support creators. So we are the agency that supports creatives and innovators. We believe that if you support creators and innovators, then people spend more time and are able to invest more of their resources and time being more innovative and more creative and ultimately making the world better. When someone spends a lot of time, for example, coming up with a new invention that they feel can make life easier for others, and they're assured that in spending this time and resources, there's going to be something that comes back to them. There is revenue that they can fall back on. There are rights that they have that they can guarantee their livelihoods. Then people who are really creative, they spend more time doing those things. And the same way, musicians, we had such a fantastic performance just now. Um, a lot of musicians, or I'll say artists, they stop their craft because at the end of the day, sometimes they don't have revenue coming back to them. And so people say, why don't you just go and get a job? But then our work is to also say, no, we can actually ensure that your rights are protected and that you can earn revenue from this so that as you continue doing these things, the world gets better. And at the same time, you as a person are getting better. And so that really has been the journey around intellectual property. And in Nigeria, the opportunity to come back to Nigeria, where I was born, where I live, where I grew up, I'm a Nigerian. So support the institutions in Nigeria that are building up, structures, laws, and policies that ensures that our creatives, our young people who are spending so much time as, creating content, making such a name for themselves across the world, that this revenue is also coming back to them. And by that, as a country, we are growing. I think that is what drives me every day.
Thank you. So, I mean, we've heard from them, the reflection on why they do the work that they do. And I'm sure it resonates with quite a number of us in the room. But we're here today really looking back at 80 years of the UN. We've seen so much great work that has already been done, but we also know that there's still so much to do, right? And with everything that is happening and the way that the world is evolving very quickly, especially with the creatives, I mean, if one thing I know, if you go anywhere, I can beat my chest to say, if you go anywhere in the world, you hear Nigerian music, right? So it's evolving very, very quickly. And so how do we see the future? We've looked back at 80 years, now we're looking forward. What do you think can be done more to support, of course, first of all, the creatives, because we're here in the room? And how does your agency plan to do that as we go forward? Same question to everyone. So whoever wants to start can start.
Okay, maybe I'll start and then I'll pass. So I think going forward, and I'll be speaking to the Nigerian audience that we have. So I think that the issues around intellectual property are different in different areas, in different countries. The experience of the developed countries might be slightly different from what we have in the developing countries. And where we are right now in terms of the creatives, we have 70% of our population, young people. Content creation is on the rise. I mean, our people, like you rightly said, our music, our movies, everywhere across the world. But then I think it's not translating to the kind of revenue that we should actually be realizing from all this talent. And so I think going forward, one of the big things that has come again and again in questions, in discussions, is how do we strengthen, of course, the laws? How do we strengthen the policy frameworks in a country like Nigeria to make sure that an average person who is just burning with talent can find support in a system? There's also the question of funding and financing. Of course, it's not that the UN's job is to give financing, but it's again, how do we work with the government to provide creative ways for using our intellectual property to attract more financing? Can a musician, for example, secure loans on the basis of his talent? It should be what we see in the future. And I think that is exactly what we are working on and how our agency is also supporting. The final thing I would say is that we need to have a society that is more aware of their rights. If we don't know whether we introduce the programs in universities and youth camp as theirs, and we build a society where culturally we respect the rights of everyone around their intellectual assets. And I think, again, that's part of the work we're doing in terms of advocacy. And we also count on this Creative Alliance to be able to help ensure that we push the message across. Yeah.
So from my side, I will focus on Africa's youth being the engine that's going to drive the global economy. I was in a meeting last week in Lagos, if actually at beginning of this week. It was a meeting for Nordic countries who are here working with Nigerian companies. And they said very clearly, this is Africa's century. We are the lucky generation to live at a time when the entire world is looking to Africa. This is the continent that is going to be growing the fastest in the next few years. And when it comes to Nigeria, the youthful population of Nigeria by 2050, I think Nigeria, they said it's going to be the third largest country in the world. Just think about it. Just think about it. So the influence, the way Nigeria is going to shape the next few years, it's phenomenal. But this will only happen if we invest in the young people, if we invest in you, which also means we have to put value to what you do, whether it is a song that you curate, whether it is the fashion. I saw my sister in the corner there, who is a fashion designer, or whether it is someone in the culinary industry, whatever industry it is, whether it is innovation, coming up with technology that can help us to solve the problems we see in our community, you are going to be driving that change. So I want you to believe in yourself, take pride in yourselves, and then know that you are going to be at the front and center of shaping the future. So thank you for everything that you do, and really, really proud to be part of this generation that is going to usher change on our continent.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very important question. I will take a slightly different route to answer this question. Um, it's true that 70% of the population of Africa is under 30, depending of the statistic that you're looking at. But again, we need to look at the risking, which is today, the Africa, your time is now that we're saying we need to put all the parameters to ensure that it thrives. We can assure it. Today, in my opinion, if we take decision and the youth are not in the decision-making process, I don't think it will go far. They will either we put the chair at the table and invite them to sit at the table for decisions that affect their lives, or they will build their own table and their own chair, and they will sit, and us as the UN will be asking, okay, what do we need to do to catch up? So this is three fundamental issues that I wanted to bring. Second, we are today talking about creative. We are also talking about investment. We're talking about the creativity within the creative industry. But we also need to mitigate risk, which is today things that help me to make it grow. What are the guarantees I have? And this is a very important question for us in the new UN to start thinking about. As UN strategy and the gender strategy. So I came with a gender vision and a youth vision. So actually in my office, we have a youth-driven agenda to implement our mandate because our primary clients are in fact the youth. Borno, Adamawa, Yobe, in the midst of Boko Haram that has really destabilized the future of over 8 million in their communities to talk about peace, justice, and gender-based violence. And we need to be democratic in our approach. We will go to Bayelsa and we'll do the same in Bayelsa, and this is what we've done. Just last week, we inaugurated a youth development center, and the aim is to train 250 youth in 5 local government areas in Bayelsa, on some of the creative industry areas. We use it as a tool for prevention, to prevent against the menaces of injustice, violence, criminality, drug abuse. So for me, again, my major client, and I'm very proud to say it, are the youth. And now their contribution is through the creative industry, because we just renovated the open air theater in Maiduguri to allow the youth to have an environment where they can harness this creativity. And this is why, with my brother Toby, we'll see how to do more in those areas. And I think that this is very important aspect of the work that we do. Thank you.
So we'll take, this was supposed to be interactive, and I don't want to wrap it up without it being interactive. So we'll just take one question from the audience. The leadership of the UN, they're still here, and you can reach them and some other UN staff who are here if you have questions. But if we have anyone who wants to quickly ask a question or share an insight, something, anybody? Short and sweet.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Alpha Farouk, and the question I would like to ask is actually very simple. Can you see me? Hi. So, it's amazing to finally get to a point where we're looking for the intersection between the mission of the UN and those who have the capacity, the creativity to help achieve this. After all, a nation can only be as great as how much you're able to harness the potential of its people, and in this case, its youth. The question is direct. For the artist, visual artist who's sitting amongst us here today, for the filmmaker who has a story to tell that aligns with the values and goals of the UN, the visual artist who has an original story coming from Africa, local stories that actually touches the lives of Africans and wants to tell the stories to the world. For this collaboration, for this supportive effort we're talking about, what practical structures are already on ground right now? Say, an artist has recognized that, oh, I have this story to tell, and this is how I align with the goals of the UN. From this very event right now, as we step outside, what structure is on ground that gives access to that artist, to that filmmaker, to that fashion designer, to be able to come across to you and be heard? What do they want to do for their goals not to be lost in transit? Is there a structure like that already? Please, I would like for you to tell us. And if there is, tell every single one of us here how it is that these creatives, these people who have a lot to offer, can easily access the leadership or those who are in charge of collaborating with what they have to offer. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's a very holistic question, so we'll stick to just that one. And then after that, we'll close out this session and we can always engage further. So we need we've asked, I've been requested to do gender balance. There's a lady here. Yes, she was the first person I saw. Could you please take the mic there? Please raise your hand so they can see you.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello? Is it? Hello, can you hear me? Hi, good afternoon. My name is Yvonne Moma. So I run an education consulting business, but my question was directed towards World Intellectual Property Organization. So we had like a LinkedIn session a few weeks ago on intellectual property and AI, and we actually got a lot of feedback, and I hadn't really thought about it, but it seems like a lot of people are not aware on their intellectual property rights, especially when they're creating things. And now when AI is coming into it, right? If I use GPT to create something, they don't know that they don't own the patent to that. So my question was directed to how are you working to sensitize young people on these things? And also in that IP space, how are you working to help content creators have access to the best legal representation? I'll give a random example. I don't know if you've heard about this comic book, The Crusaders. Yeah, there was a big issue with it. Maybe was is it Disney or DreamWorks copying and infringing on the IP of the Nigerian person that originally created that comic, because there was very many similarities, but he didn't want to go against, you know, a big company like that. So what is WIPO doing for Africans that create these comics, EC, that can be used to inspire bigger works, and then you see it somewhere else? Yeah, that was my question.
The first one was the institutions that readily available in Nigeria, so that all these content creators, these people in the digital space, the musicians, the artists can now just say these are the leadership, and tomorrow they can have a meeting and discuss how to tap into those potential. I think that I say your question quite that, and I think it's regarding some of the work of WIPO. But before that, maybe I can just say, sometimes those opportunities. Just to tell you, just a small story, right? With Toby, we've been working with the Abuja Photo Festival. That's a good example, right? They come with their own resources. They come to see we want to partner, and we say, okay, how to do this, and they say basically your mandates interest us, and we say, okay, we will jump on it and do it. So this week, next week, starting Monday, they will have an international photo exhibition and workshops with international photographers all coming, and there will be also connections, networks. And our role as UNODC can be, okay, what are you there to do? But we also have a dispositive of photography that shows the work that we do, and we'll have a display, and we'll also play a role with those youth and those new contact connectors to connect, create networks, and also advise, which is part of our work that we do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sheikh. And maybe just to add something very quickly on Farouk's question. Now, in addition to what my brother has shared, always remember that the UN is here for you. And so when you say that someone who has an idea or someone who has a particular story or something, like you want to engage with the UN, what structures are in place? Now, one of the first things to understand is that we have a resident coordinator's office, right? You can easily reach out, even right here. Members of the team are here. So we work as one big UN family. Now, if your idea is very closely related to one of the mandate areas, now the resident coordinator's office is able to easily direct you to the relevant agency that can take your conversation forward. So you also can go online. The UN Information Center is here. Our director, Mr. Ronald, is here. Online, you also have the email addresses of all the country heads, and you can easily send out emails with your requests. The point is, we've done everything within the UN family to make sure that there is not a suggestion of inaccessibility. It doesn't mean every idea will go forward, but the fact that you can have that conversation, I'm just trying to say that those structures are already in place. Now, to Yvonne, thank you for your fantastic question. And maybe very quickly, I'll just say on the issue of sensitization, what we've been doing, of course, two things I would say is that there's, first of all, final stages of a national IP policy and strategy that's been designed for the country. Now, my understanding, of course, the country has really led. We've worked very closely with the country on this. It's meant to be approved anytime from now. But in that policy, there is a lot that has to do with how do we educate the young people. Now, already what we're doing is we're working with universities. We're trying to say that can we ensure that every student that comes out of a university has a basic understanding of intellectual property? Now, in other countries, we find that a lot of students, right from primary school, secondary school, already are exposed to some lessons on intellectual property. So think about GES. I'm sure you might have done a general studies course in your university. We're currently now working to ensure that we have access to WIPO courses across all universities in the country. Of course, some universities are taking it, some are not. But we're providing that in association with the Association of Vice Chancellors of Universities. Also, we're working with the Youth Corpers, so the NYSC scheme, to go to camps and sensitize people on intellectual property. And we've done a number of projects. We're also picking up on areas like startup communities, where we find that a lot of people are creating content, are creating new solutions, but are not really aware. They're signing deals and signing agreements. They're getting themselves locked up, giving away their intellectual property, and we're working with these guys through projects and programs to sensitize and then go on, like what we're doing today, with creatives to tell the stories to ensure other people are sensitized. So that's what we're doing so far. But again, I'm happy to converse with you to see what we can do even more. And I think that ties into the other question that you asked around the education consulting, but specifically in the area of AI, which was, I think, something you mentioned. The intellectual property system is not rewarding artificial intelligence, it's to reward human creativity. So, of course, it's still part of the education that we have to give to let people know that even when you use artificial intelligence to create new products, you're still meant to have a level of ownership, like a level of originality that comes from what you have put in to still be able to qualify for protection. But again, it's part of the sensitization efforts, and happy to discuss further with you after.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our panelists. Thank you all so much. Like I said, they're here, and the rest of we have quite a number of UN team members here, so please feel free to reach out and ask questions. Thank you all so much. We'll just take a group photo and then...
I know you're looking at me, you watch me like TV. You're looking at me 3 times in a row. If you want to say hello, just say hello. I think you look so pretty, you look like spaghetti. Like you are needing some love. I don't know, but I've seen that look before. And if you don't say hello, I will say hello. Nakupenda, nakupenda. Nakupenda, nakupenda. Oh my baby, so my God. Oh baby, so my God. Oh yeah. Nakupenda, nakupenda. Nakupenda, nakupenda. Oh my baby, so my God. Baby, so my God. Oh yeah. How will you know that I'm the one for you? That you're the one for me? If you don't say hello.
How do you know vex for me? Say I never call you since, but I hope that you are well. I hope you're my caretaker. Every day I dey pray for you. Make it Baba, God bless you. I never forget you. I go for...
Okay, we're about to go into another session, another music session. Well, rather, another music experience. But before we do that, we'd like to recognize the presence of the country director of UNESCO here, Mr. Jean Paul. Welcome. We also have the country rep of ILO to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Ms. Vanessa Fala. You look very beautiful, madam. Welcome. And on stage, we have Nunu. Please make her welcome.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Hope you're doing well today. So, I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm going to be singing 3 songs for you today. The first one is, I'm not going to tell you, but I hope you know it. It reminds me of resilience, like putting resilience in our everyday lives. If you know it, please sing along. You shout it out, but I can hear what you say. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Goes down in haunted love. Oh, raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. You shoot me down, but I get up. Oh, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. Thank you so much. Your clap came in very perfect because I just ended the first song. Thank you. This next song is an original. It's about being in love, hopefully with the right person. You know, it's called Your Love. Let's go. I'm feeling you, can't get you out of my mind. Like violins, playing strings like a symphony. And I know, gotta take control till he's mine. Oh, and I know, I gotta go with the flow. That's how love is designed. Oh, let's take a walk, everybody. Hey, let's take a long walk, a long hike after dark. Hey, so make me wait till it's late, then relate after 8. Little space, no hesitation, conversation got me patient with sensation. No hesitation, conversation got me patient. Your love got me thinking I can fly. Your love got me flying up so high. Your love got me deep up in cloud 9. You got me flying up so high. addictive, too addictive. Your symphony is too addictive, too addictive. Melody, melody. Your love got me thinking I can fly. Your love got me flying up so high. Your love got me deep like big cloud nine. You got me flying up so high. Your love, your love, your love. Oh, your love, your love, your love. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to sing one more song before I leave. So I'm on stage with my best friend, producer, guitarist, architect. Her name is Pearl, and she produced this next song. I don't know if you've been in a position where you needed help and you didn't know how to ask, but the person loved you enough to just help you anyways. And also, so I think we've had like the exchange of where I'm the friend and she's the friend, but we wrote this song together and it's called Just You and I. It's out everywhere. So please. You and I, just you and I. People were saying, just you and I, just you and I, just you and I, just you and I. Your eyes, they tell me a secret. I see the scars through your heart. You never want me to notice. I felt it in your silence. Let's get lost in this moment. We'll weather this storm together, just you and I. Just you and I. You don't have to worry about a thing. All I want is on days I smile through the ache. Told you I'm fine, I wasn't, but holding your hand through the fire. Tell me your love I'd forgotten. Let's get lost in this moment. We'll weather this storm together, just you and I. Just you and I. You don't have to worry about a thing. All I want is I. Just you and I. Just you and I. Sing this, you and I. Just 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 you and I. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Nunu Eluma. Please follow me everywhere and listen to my music. Thank you. God bless you.
One more round of applause for Nunu. That was amazing. Do we agree? Voice, beautiful. Please, again, another round of applause. Oh, yes, we can scream. He's here. Hi, everyone. My name is Bidemi Adediri, and I have the absolute pleasure to moderate this session. It's going to be a youth session, so I would like it to be a bit more participatory. So before I invite the panelists, I'm just going to walk around, look at some beautiful faces, say hi to you, and then ask you a question. My first question would be, because we have lots of people here from different places. I'm from Kogi State, Mopa. And I know some of you here are from Oyo, Lagos, Kaduna, right? So I'm going to ask you a question. What traditional meal would you recommend if I visited your state for the first time and you're like, you need to try this food, right? In my place, we call it kuka. It's very local. It's very unique. So if you don't like it, you will never like it. But if you love it, that's it. Anyone? Yes. She gave you away. Hi. So you're going to tell me your name, where you're from, and that traditional meal you want everyone here to have a taste of.
Hello, everyone. My name is Oluchi. I am from Ebonyi State, Afikpo precisely. Okay, we have this Ohe Sarara. It's actually a predominant soup in my place. You have to taste it. It's made with melon. Yeah, how you mold your melon. It's actually very sumptuous. Very, very sumptuous. I would recommend it for first timers. Yeah. Ohe Sarara. Yeah.
Had that before? Oh, okay. Hi. Oh my God, you look amazing. You have one. So I'm going to hear from him, and then I'll hear from you.
Okay, my name is Ifeanyi Ofodu Raymond. I'm from Enugu State. Yes. So I have two, Okpa, the popular Okpa, and Abacha. Yes. But my mom, because of the mother tongue, she's from Anambra, so I have Ofensala. Do you know Ofensala, the popular white soup? And Ofaku. I have a lot, actually.
I can see that. Okay, between the East and the South, who has the best soups? I schooled in Bayelsa, and I think the South has the best. I am going this way. I want to see someone. Hello, you look amazing. We need to take a picture together after now. Where are you from, and what would you recommend everyone here to have?
Good evening. My name is Nova Ray. I'm from Ekiti State. Oh, wow. Oh, do I stand up? Okay. I would recommend pounded yam with well garnished egusi soup. Yeah.
No, exactly. One more person, and then we go. I see hands are raised. Yes. Hello. Don't do that. Don't do that. I am always biased towards women. Hi, man. Okay. So I will hear from you, I will hear from her, and I will hear from him. And then we are done.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rafiat Atonda. I am from Ibadan, Oyo State. Gusi is here. So when you visit Ibadan, I would advise that you eat abula. Yes. Ami. The correct amala, black amala dudu, pẹ̀lú gbẹ̀gìrì àti ewédú, with different orishirishi, sínú ẹran and everything. Oh my God. After that meal, you go to bed.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from you.
Hi everyone, I'm Regina from Cross River. I will recommend Ekpang Kuko. Ekpang is made from grated cocoyam, water yam. So it is wrapped in a vegetable and it's prepared with periwinkle and assorted fish. So you should try Ekpang Kuko whenever you go to Cross River or South. Thank you.
Hear from me. Hello, everyone. I'm Zainab Yusuf. I'm from Kano State. So I would recommend you guys should taste gurasa. But they share the kuli, the salad. You guys will like it.
All right, my name is Barnabas. It's from Oyo State, so.
I'm from Oyo Ibadan, so.
My name is Barnabas. I'm from Owerri, Imo State. So if by chance you visit Owerri, please do make sure you take two things. Number one, Ishbo tofu Owerri. Are you getting me? When you take tofu Owerri with a touch of apple, then you take Isheu. Confirm Isheu. Thank you.
Sorry. Lastly, yeah, my name is Jennifer Ipole. I'm from Benue State. I'm an Igede girl. So when you go to Benue, make sure you have pounded yam. Yes, and eya soup is made with bene seed. And then it has like bush meat inside, enough. So please try that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Faith Osogwe. I'm from Kaduna State, Southern Kaduna precisely. So, by chance you visit Southern Kaduna, I would advise you try pate. Very, very nice meal. Thank you.
Oh my God, for a moment there, I thought I would not get this mic back. We have to continue. I would love to hear from everyone. Okay, sir, let's hear from you.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Ambassador Mohamed Lawal Umar. I'm from Kogi State. And I'm from the Igala speaking part of Kogi. Angpa, to be specific. Our best meal is okoro soup, a garnish with grass cutter meat and a pounded yam. And it will take you for a whole day without any other meal. And it will make you to eat even more than what you can take. It's a special meal.
Thank you so much, sir. I have a feeling that my dad would be your best friend. He loves food. I want us, please, don't worry. More icebreakers coming up. Now, there is something I want us to take note of here, because that's why we are gathered. You see that diversity we just heard? That is creativity. Someone thought about this mixture and it became delicious meals that we enjoy today. Please put your hands together for yourself. If you are creative, if you think you are creative, that is what you have. That's the power you have. You create things from nothing. You dream it and you bring it to life. And with that being said, I am not just going to be talking. I have with me amazing speakers who would be handling our next session. Please join me in welcoming John Bethel Ezogu. Is he here? Just check in. PD Wilson. Oh, he's here. Hi. Thank you so much. I hope I pronounced your name right. Did I try? Okay. Let's also have join us here, PD Wilson. Is PD around? Oh, I thought you were the first person. Ah, I see. And Cisan Josephine Victor Walker. While we have our hands still clapping, Rodney Omaokachi, please join us here. Yes. And Awa Abubakar. So I'm going to give our panelists a few moments to introduce themselves. And as they introduce themselves, you see how we made everyone at the audience say something. You would also tell us what inspired you to start what you are doing at the moment, using your voice and your platform for social impact. Oh, we need one more chair. That was amazing. Can we have one more chair at the podium, please? Thank you so much. Okay, we can take that. Perfect. Thank you so very much. Hi, please. All right, I think we are settled now. So we go from, I'm left-handed. So this is. So we go from here down here, and we will have our panelists introduce themselves. But remember, very short, but you also tell us what inspired you. Something happened. And now you have a voice. You have this platform that is inspiring thousands of people across the globe. So let's hear from, I think I'll just start from here because we've been stressing Peter Wilson. Come on. Rodney, let's start from here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rodney Omolkache. It's very nice to be here. I am a brand strategist, brand developer. I'm also the host of a podcast called The Young God. And really quickly, my journey started when I realized that my voice is powerful, that I have the capacity to say something that someone wants to listen to, that my ideas are brilliant and worth something to someone. And that confidence has put me on this path. Thank you very much.
No, the energy should not go down. No, please, let's, I'm still coming back to the audience, so let's keep that energy up and running, yes.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sisan Victor Woko, and I bring you greetings from my friend and life partner who really wanted to be here but couldn't. So, greetings. I'm a media and behavioral change strategist, and I'm a voice actor. I recently played Dara in Iyanu. Iyanu is out on Cartoon Network and Showmax. Please watch it. Yes, so I'm a voice actor. What inspired me to begin the journey, to begin shifting cultures and seeing how, we could make impact in the NGO space? It's basically my love for people and my journey of transformation. So I'm from Warri, Delta State. And from where I come from, I have seen firsthand what it looks like to not have access to the right kind of information. I have seen firsthand what it feels like to, it's easy to judge people until you know what they know or have experienced what they have experienced. So my life story and my life part has propelled me to become who I am becoming, leveraging and using my voice to change the nation, to shift cultures and
extending it to other parts of Nigeria. I've always been singing right from primary school. It began from Mr. Big's Big Melody for Nigeria competition. I led the choir and we won. And from there, I discovered I had the music talent and I discovered my passion for advocacy. And that led me to Nigerian's Children's Parliament, where I represented my state. And music was the only way I could really express myself at an early age. So I always used my music to speak my mind. And my mind is, I can be changed. I can be that change I want to see. I don't need to be out there protesting. I don't need to be out there calling people out on social media. I could just do my part. So that's my inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is P.D. Wilson. I am a multidisciplinary artist. Coco Master. Multidisciplinary. I'm an artist. I am a singer, songwriter. I'm a vocal director. I'm a choir master. I am an event producer. I'm a cultural curator. I run and I lead a team of very passionate creatives, singers, songwriters, artists, if you may. They're called 121 Seller. And for the past 12 years, we have been very, very hardly committed to making music that helps people find their way home. And on that note, I am inspired. What inspires my music, my creativity, my songwriting, and everything I do, it's just the idea of family. I love, because I said I'm a choir master, so when I write harmony, it's not just musical notes. It's the fact that distinct and separate elements and entities could actually make the most beautiful, cohesive sound. And so that means there's beauty in our diversity, there's beauty in our differences. When we bring it together, they could actually make symphony. And so that's my inspiration.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our panelists. I think we have a good mix here. Don't you agree? I have also seen here that there were different things and events that happened that led them to take action. So I want to ask a question. And I feel like this is a question that would trigger a lot of people. And it's an icebreaker. With the way Nigeria is now, if Nigeria was a song or a podcast or a poem, what would its title be? This one is not you telling me the food that you want us to eat. Now I want you guys to think. Because we are co-creating the future of Nigeria here. And we have to do that from the reality of Nigeria now. I love it when people raise hands. Let's hear from you.
I think the easiest name to give it is Rising Phoenix. Because despite whatever anybody might have said about the past of Nigeria, Nigeria is rising.
Do we agree? If we agree, please put your hands together. Anyone? Anyone? Someone with a fila is... Yes. Hi. Hello. Please pass the mic.
Okay, so I think the name that fits in my head, Beauty in Chaos. Yes, because Nigeria is beautiful. Nigeria is so beautiful, and at the same time, it's chaotic. So yeah, that's how I see it.
By any chance, do you live in Lagos?
All right, so if the story of Nigeria were to be a poem, I feel like the perfect title for it is going to be The Strength and Struggles of a Giant. Because Nigeria is the giant of Africa, we all know, but we have struggles and we still have strength. So,
do we agree? I saw someone's hands earlier, so let me take a few steps back. Oh, maybe he or she is no longer interested. Yes, ma'am.
I think it's going to be Broken Crayon, Still Color. Because even though we have so much broken people, I'm very big on mental health because that's total health. Still, I have diverse culture, diverse colors. We've had it from the food and everything. So Broken Crayons, Still Color.
Thank you so much. You are the last person. We have a panel.
Okay, I think the name I will call the poem is A Chance to Grow. A chance to grow, a chance to grow. Nigeria, whenever situations happen to the country, it always gives you the opportunity to grow. COVID-19 gives opportunity to grow. What is it called? These fuel stuff give Nigeria an opportunity to grow. So in any of the cause or any problem we find ourselves, there's always an opportunity to grow in it.
Thank you so much. We always make do. P.D. Wilson, I am honored to be asking you this question. And I feel like you can relate to some of the answers you've heard. Now, based on what you've heard, do you see the creative process in Nigeria today more like a resistance or survival or self-expression? I think it's survival. But what do you think? Or is it all three?
Okay, I strongly believe that every creative has something that motivates them. And if you ask many of us, you realize the answer may not be that positive. In the words of Kirk Franklin, he said, "Trauma drives my excellence." And it may sound like a very bad thing, but then you realize the art is so strong. It feeds off every single detail of your life. And if that's all you're able to realize that is keeping you going, it may work, but it's okay. Like my sister said, she's very active in the mental health space, to realize why you're doing what you're doing. So resistance it is. It is a resistance against the chaos, many times. Every brushstroke, every dance move, every note you sing, every song you write, everything you put together on paper, many times is you just trying to do what I call artistic insistence of creating beauty out of chaos. And so whenever you do that, you realize you are protesting against despair itself. And so I strongly believe that it's resistance. Number two, I strongly feel it's resistance. In fact, it's all three. It's survival. It's many times what keeps us alive. Even when we don't have anything to show for it, we find meaning when we create art. So it's survival. And number three, it is expression. We have an undying, unsettling need to reveal our true identities. So I think it's all three.
John, I mean, I think you can relate. But do you agree? Do you have some thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's all three because resistance, because with arts, we can challenge the bad system. It's our only way to do that. For comedians, for skit makers, I think they should explore more satire because that's the safest way to actually challenge the system. For survival, yeah, it's what we cope with. Nigeria is hard. You will agree with me. There are like 2 million people in Nigeria, and I tell you, like 150 of them are the low class. And for young people, how do we cope? It's through our creativity, it's through our, content. We just find ourselves lost in these things. For me, it's been music all my life. It's been music all my life. If I want to escape, I just go to music. So it's also expression because that's how we remember that we are humans. That's how we express. So yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you. And sometimes when we express art, people have different opinions. You can be dragged, you can be loved. Today you're loved, tomorrow they are dragging you. So how do you use your platform to stay true to your art? Sisan, I'm coming to you. You're already looking at me, so I'm coming to you. How do you stay true to your art? How do you tackle misunderstandings? And I'd like you to speak to it, I say, because you have this beautiful platform and a voice.
So I would say, firstly, what is your why? I like the very first question you asked every one of us. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because eventually, why you do what you do, and I think the depth of insight that has backed your reason is going to also end up fueling you in the process, right? So of course there are going to be challenges. There's going to be a lot of resistance, people who think that they know better how you should be doing what you're doing. And I'm not talking about positive feedback. I'm talking about people that want to change your lane because they just think that no, it shouldn't be this way. It ought to be. So I think it's important that your why, your understanding of your authenticity and your uniqueness and vision has to be solid, has to be strong, because that's how you can be unwavering. Else, the deeper you swim as a creative, whoosh, the more you just realize that you never knew how deep the ocean was. It's really deep. So yeah.
Our.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is that as a person, if you pay attention to the positive feedback from people, you would also pay attention to the negative feedback from people. So just try as much as possible to know who you are. For example, if somebody calls me an elephant, because I know deep inside me that is not who I am, I do not resemble that, so it doesn't do anything to me. But if somebody calls me, for example, you're not smart, because there's already maybe a sense of insecurity within me, I might start feeling or start taking seriously what the person has said. But when you turn off your response or your emotional, when you turn it off to what people say about you, you would know how to deal with the hate that you get online. Because I use my voice a lot on social media. I talk about controversial issues, and because I am a young girl wearing the hijab, some persons just feel like, why are you this opinionated? Why should you say what you're saying? They be like, go and get married. I'm like,
are we ready to unpack that? Okay. Thank you so much, Awa. Yeah. Rodney, I want to come to you, but let me just give you some context. I feel like creatives create and shape culture. Do we agree?
Yes.
TikTok today, our TikTok creatives, very popular, doing amazing work, popular across the globe. We literally shape what Africa looks like. That's what I believe, by the way. So I wonder, what are the practical steps for every creative here looking at you all, admiring what you're doing? What can they do to shape culture?
First things first, authenticity. Too many people lean on controversy and sensationalism to get their messages across. And when you really think about it and you really observe what's going on, you realize that a lot of people don't have an authentic self to draw on. So they lean on those things to get attention, to try and shape change. And what you now learn at the end of the day is that when you're not authentic, there's only so far you can go before people see you for what you really are. Every day on Twitter, we see someone that is up there today. Everyone is, singing their praises. And then a few minutes later, when people get to know that they're not really consistent or they're really shifting with what is trending or what is convenient, then the ire of social media comes out and you see all kinds of, bad blood. So really, first and truly is knowing yourself, knowing who you are, staying true to it, digging deep and letting everything you do flow from that authentic place. Once that happens, then as a creative, you can go the distance, which is the most important thing.
I agree. Thank you so much. I want to go back to Pete. We don't have much time, so I have like one more round of questions before we go. Let's talk about collaboration. I want to ask the audience, have you had situations where you wanted to partner with someone and it looks like they went behind your back and it no longer felt like a partnership? Who has experienced that before? Am I the only one? Oh my God. You've not, okay, I see people that have experienced that. So creatives are unsure how to approach collaboration. But I also believe that without collaboration, we will not go far. So what is your honest advice in approaching collaboration? How can creatives take their work from 0 to 1 to 10? Because collaboration will get them there.
I try to keep this very short because this is all that I've tried to build all my life, at least for the past 15, 20 years. One-to-one seller that I built, like I said, it's a small vocal group, about 12 people. And what do we try to do? Harmonize, that's it, harmonize. And the reason why harmony is very important is because harmony is one sound created by 10 people, or 3 people, or 2 people. So what does that mean? It means there is always a vision bigger than every individual. And so I feel very strongly in my experience, the biggest challenge to collaboration is not expression, it is submission. It is submission to a vision that is bigger than us. The current winner of Nigerian Idols is a member of One-to-One Seller. The winner of last year's Nigerian Idols is a member of One-to-One Seller. I have seen them, but the challenge is not talent, it's synchrony. It's synchrony. How well can I make sure? And that, as a leader, I've seen that many times. They just want to do their stuff. And I'm like, hey, we're not only singing harmony in music, we also have to see the harmony in vision. This is where I'm going. We want to make music that would outlive us. We want to make music that will heal people. We want to make music that, like I said earlier, will help people find their way home emotionally. There's a home called emotional home. There's a home called cultural home where we all find ourselves very confident and, and proud in our own skin. There's a home called communal home where we all find belonging together. These visions are bigger than even entertainment itself. And I strongly believe from my end, entertainment can be used very well if it drives people back home. And so to find people who, in the midst of all of the insecurities and all of the limitations and all of the lack and everything, can still maintain that same vision that, hey, by hook or crook, we're gonna hit this together. I believe strongly that we would have created one of the most impactful.
A round of applause, everyone. Please don't sleep on PD1. He has worked with the biggest artists, though. Let's hear from Sisan. Sisan, your podcast became an NGO. And I find that interesting. So definitely you have lessons for us. This is our last question, by the way. They will soon beat me if I don't finish this session. Okay. Yes, your lesson on collaboration. The one thing you will tell everyone to do.
If you exist, your partner exists. It's just what it is. If you exist, your partner exists. You would always find someone with your drive, someone who believes in you. And yes, like you said, my podcast became an NGO. And the intriguing thing about that podcast turning into an NGO is that we have had volunteers who personally, I have never met physically, but they have been committed to the cause, going on outreaches, reaching out to people, going, and they have never met me. It's all virtual, right? All they have is, I believe in this cause and I want to push. So if you exist, your partner exists.
Thank you so much. John, let's hear from you. One lesson.
So one lesson on collaboration, yeah?
Yes.
So I've always like done independently until recently I realized that if you want to go far, you go alone. But if you really want to go far and fast, go with people. So I started building with people. I started building communities. And we've been able to plant 30 trees as earth keepers, and we're just less than 30. And we've done this independently from our pockets. We've broken down our cars carrying trees. But one thing that keeps us going is because we are united, we are together. So when one is falling, the other is lifting the other up. I almost got depressed because I always give out to the community and I forget to give to myself. But then having people around you, you see them encouraging you. That's one lesson I've learned. Always have the right people around you at all times.
Thank you so much. Rodney, speaking on community, I feel like you understand community well. So tell us that one lesson on collaboration and maybe connect it with what John has said about community as well.
Well, I was actually going to go in a different direction, hearing what everyone said.
Okay.
I feel like collaboration is all the rage and it has a place. But sometimes I also see situations where we wait for a community or we wait for someone to validate us before we move. There is also a lot of power in going on your own and seeing what happens along the way. There's also a lot of value in looking at the power of an individual to change the world. I know, again, nothing against collaboration and community, and I'm big on those, but I also know that one person setting a good tone is very important for any community that wants to start. And if you want to collaborate with someone, you want to collaborate with someone that you can see their own individuality. You want to see that they're moving. You want to see that they have their own personal character intact. So they're not like draining you or leaning too much on you, or it now becomes lopsided. So when we have strong individuals who, if everybody decides to walk away, they can still go. That's someone I want to collaborate with. That's a community I want to build. And I think Nigerians we like to wait. We like to see what someone is doing. And if they make that happen, we now go and form. But I think there's something very beautiful about seeing something or someone before anyone else clocks it and saying, I want to work with that. I want to be with that. Thank you.
I see what you mean. Thank you so much. Awa, let's hear from you.
Okay, so one lesson on collaboration. I would just want to point out, because a lot of young people, when they think of collaboration, maybe they have an idea, they're always looking up, they're always looking for people more than them to. So collaboration do not always have to be people who are doing better than you or more than you. It should be horizontal, or even below you. You can rise up people below you. You can work with them, network with them, bring your resource, bring that person's resource. I have a friend, she wanted to fund an NGO and she was waiting for a call for application to get grants and fund. And I'm like, you have parents, you have community members, you have friends. If you come to us, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, that is something. You do not always have to look for people who would give you large sum of money. You can collaborate with people in your level or people below you to come up with something beautiful and magical.
Thank you so much. Everyone, a round of applause for our panelists, please. Very good one. I have a question to ask. Yes? Thank you. Do you see yourself in this panel? Do you see your struggles, your achievements, your successes? And I just wonder, we are all here together, and since we are co-creating Nigeria's future, if the alliance, this creative alliance for peace, achieves what it would achieve, what would Nigeria look like? What would it feel like for you? In one word, I like how poetic we've been. So I just enjoy how we've been thinking. I would say freedom, because I'm a woman. So when she talked about marriage, I said, do we want to unpack that? So I would say freedom, that creative alliance for peace where women are just who they want to be. If you want to be a full housewife, do it. If you want to be a CEO, be a CEO. If you want to be everything, be whatever you want to be. So that is what this alliance could become if it comes to fusion, if it achieves this amazing goal. Anyone want to try? One word. I just said freedom, apart from peace. Anybody? Oh, man. Let the
Unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Yes. Anyone else?
Progress.
I agree. Anyone else? Yes. Oh, I wish I had 2 mics. I'm coming.
Equity.
You're speaking my language. Thank you. One more, and then we close out. Guys, I know I'm being biased when I say this, but the women here are beautiful. Justice. Ma'am, we need to see after this. Justice. I've heard words and I've seen what this alliance could become through your voices and your perspectives. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for answering these questions so perfectly. I'd like to pass the mic to the host. Oh, a group photo. One quick one. Sir, would you like to join us so that we can say we took a picture with a celebrity? Yes. I did it. Just ask and it shall be given. Thank you. Listen. Perfect. Oh, Rodney, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's just so beautiful. I don't know what she's doing to me.
Thank you all.
Gone down to save myself, but see outside the road. Beauty pleasures I take part in those. Disconnect the internet or sound. Feeling intellectual. And I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. And I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. Move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Roll my waist, roll my waist, roll my waist. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Roll my waist, roll my waist.
Can we have a round of applause for our young people? I mean, after listening to that conversation, I dare say that the future of Nigeria is in great hands. Do we agree? Do we agree? Why is the energy low after that kind of conversation? Do we agree that the future of Nigeria is in great hands? Fantastic. I'd like to recognize the presence of the UN resident coordinator in Nigeria, Mohammed Malik Fall. Thank you so much for being here, sir. And just to keep that momentum going, I'm going to be calling up on stage another experience. I'm not calling anybody a performer today. Well, we have Coco Master in the house. When we get there. But for now, please welcome on stage Chella.
Hello. Oh, yeah. Caught myself by surprise there. Good evening, everybody. My name is Chella, and I make love songs. So, did anyone coming here with a partner or something? If you did, you might have to hold hands. Cause so the truth is, right now, yeah, I can almost bet that most people in this room have probably heard my music, but they don't know who I am. So, introducing me, and when I get to the third song, I think you guys will recognize it. But yeah, let's start from the top, right? So, first song I'm going to be doing today is called Perfect Love, and I wrote this song because someone told me a story about her relationship with someone else, and she wanted to use it as a gift for her man. People are romantic. You guys should do better. And yeah, so I wrote this song, and well, it was a special gift for her, and well, now it's your gift too. So let's go. Perfect Love. Hey, yeah. The story of this love of ours is brighter than 1,000 stars, and I love to tell the world. I'm blushing as I say the words, and every day I thank the Lord that I get to dwell in it. We've made the most of crazy circumstances, and now I understand when people say they're intoxicated by someone else, and we are closer even at a distance. And we need no assistance, 'cause I have found sufficiency in you and me, and I know we'll stay the same. Nothing's gonna change. Our love is perfect. I know we'll stay the same. Nothing's gonna change. Our love is perfect. Oh, thank you. Hey, say, who thought we'll make it this far? To be standing here with you now. And there's nothing that's better, there's nothing that's sweeter than this. If the world was falling apart, you'll be safe 'cause you're in my arms. I'll cover you, protect you, my love will be your shield. And I know we'll stay the same. Oh, nothing's gonna change. Our love is perfect. Stay the same. Nothing's gonna change. Our love is perfect. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hey, bulletproof, please. So this song is to dismantle all the hard guys in here. Let somebody love you, okay? Okay? Okay. Bulletproof. Hey. Come on, give me a clap. One. Lay your head on top my chest. Hey. Go to sleep, girl, get some rest. In this moment I feel blessed, because my search is over, there's no next. Hey, 'cause this is it for me. See, I'm drowning in this loving 'cause I feel complete with you. And nothing there for street. Well, that's what they've been saying, but I'm safe at home with you. And I don't come out my bulletproof. Be sure to shoot the enter. And now and forever, baby, we'll be happy ever after. Say I don't come out my bulletproof. Baby, I don't surrender. And now and forever, baby, we'll be happy ever after. Where's that part now? Say hello to forever, say. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We'll go back to it again. Verse 2, say. So say hello to forever. Let me cover you, be your shelter. I'll be all you need and a little more. 'Cause baby, what we have is a fairy tale. special kind of love, you want the holy grail. Girl, you knock me down, hit me with the cradle. I'm never getting up, cause this is it for me. See, I used to be a hot guy, but I'm soft and sweet with you. And nothing there for street. Well, that's what they've been saying, but I'm safe at home with you. And I don't come off my bulletproof. If they shot you, shoot the end. And now and forever, baby, we'll be happy ever after. And I don't come off my bulletproof. Baby, I don't surrender. Now and forever, baby, we'll be happy ever after. Say hello to forever. Say hello, hello, hello. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Hey, one more time. Hello, hello, hello. One more time, one more time. Say hello to forever. Say hello, 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 hello. And I don't come off my bulletproof. The shots you shooting at. Now and forever, baby, we'll be happy ever after. Hey, let's do it again, yeah. Say hello to forever, say hello, 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 hello. Come on now, put your hands together for yourselves. All right. So do we have people that are chronically online here? That are Instagram, TikTok addicts? Well, not addicts, addict is a very strong word, but like you're always there and you see wedding content all the time. Okay, so if you do, you probably heard the song. But yeah, did you? I'm not going to introduce it, right? But once the first line hits, if you know it, give me a shout. Okay? So it's a very long intro. Thank you guys for having me so much today. This is what I need to make sure this part is not awkward for me because this intro is long. Okay. Hey, yeah. Okay, so listen. There's something about the way you smile. My whole world stands still for a while. Hey. I think my future has begun. Oh, cause darling, I think I found the one. If you know it, sing it with me. Say, oh baby, there's no maybe. I know that you're the one for me. Hey, and would you be my lady? Cause you're the only one I see. Sent from above. Oh, yeah. So I'm in love. Oh, yeah. So in love. Oh, yeah. Verse 2 says, all that I need is here right now. Oh, yeah. And you are a queen, so here's your crown. Oh, yeah. I'll never get tired of your voice when you call my name. Cause mama, I made the perfect choice. Oh, baby, there's no baby. I know that you're the one for me. And will you be my lady? Cause you're the only one I see. I'm in love, whoa, so in love, oh, we're sent from above, yeah, and so I'm in love, oh. So the bridge now said, listen. It took a while to find you, but now my search is over. I'll do anything for you, my lover. I'll be the one to hold you. I'll be your man, your soldier. I'll be everything you need and even more. Let's go for I'm in love, so in love. It's sent from above. I'm in love. Thank you very much, Abuja.
Single people are going through a lot in this country. Oh. We are going through a lot. What is all that? In fact, I'm not even sure how to react right now. But like I said at the beginning, do we agree? Every performance here has been an experience. Every single one of them. Please, let's give a round of applause to our creatives. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal today. We're about to go into the crux of today's conversation. But before we get there, I know that Coco Master has some good news coming. I don't know what it is myself, but I hear that he has some good news. So please make sure you wait and hear what that good news is. Also to let you guys know that there will be an after party. You don't want the after party? It can be for a select few of us. Okay, so there will be an after party. And then there will also be food. I know that we're hungry. So they've said I should tell you that there will be food. And so as we transition into one of the final segments of today, we're at the heart of today's gathering, the official launch of the Creative Alliance for Peace. This moment is symbolic. Please, a round of applause. It's free to clap. This moment is symbolic not just for Nigeria, but for the world. Learning to see peace through new eyes. And so now we move into the very special fireside chat featuring the UN resident coordinator in Nigeria and the representative of the Creative Alliance as they unveil the vision, mandate, and commitments that will define this partnership. So please help me welcome on stage the moderator for this session, Lady May, to take us through this very important conversation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you having a good time? I'm having a good time. I don't know about you all. I had a great time this last, everyone did well, but this last one just got me off my feet and I was just loving love. So it's a great time for every one of us here. I just want to say well done to everyone who has worked behind the scene to make this possible. Thanks to, and you don't know many of them, you know, on social media, people do a lot of great stuff. We see them, we like them, we share. But there are people who work tirelessly behind the scene, thanklessly, in war zones, in peace zones, everywhere, and dedicated their lives to make sure that we all live in peace. And that is all the UN workers here. Please, a round of applause for them. They are not your celebrity on Instagram, but they are superheroes. I remember going to Car one time, Central African Republic, to do some work. And I was staying in this bunker. I'll call it a bunker, to be honest. And there were all these gun holes and those. And I was there to research. And I asked someone what happened. They said, man, like 2 weeks ago, like 2 humanitarian workers got shot while trying to, of course, in the line of duty. And I just came 2 weeks after. I can see evidence of that. And I was just shaking. On my phone, I just had to record something and say, I'm just a researcher, but the real MVPs are in war zones. As we speak as well, all enjoying here, some of them are somewhere. Before they go to work, they have to wear their bulletproof vest. That is their life. So when we say UN at 80, it is 80 years of people who have lost their lives in protecting the peace that we all enjoy today. As we all say, we the people. It is we the people. Join us on stage. We have as well Mr. Oluwatobi Moody, the director of World Intellectual Property Organization, very well experienced, very well experienced in IP law. Please have a seat. And he's been on stage before, but when it comes to creative alliance and building our future together, we need someone like him. And then we have yours truly, the Cocoa Master himself, the one and only entrepreneur, artist, legend, the band. I think I'm just going to see here so that Osheo. So, exciting times. The UN is 80, and we're not only celebrating the past, but reimagining the future. So what does building peace through creativity mean to each and every one of you? And I just want to use this to set the tone. We were at your office the other day, and I was so inspired by the things you had to say, the UN you want to leave behind when you retire. So after 80 years, we're trying to build something different. What does that mean to you?
Thank you so much, May. Allow me to first greet everyone in this room and say that in this celebration days and week, we had many activities, including a big one yesterday in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But let me say that if there is any place to be for this celebration, it's here. And I'm not saying it just to be politically correct, as we say, or as we have well trained in UN. But if you look at the kind of energy and the young people who are in this room, you realize that when we talk about 80 years of UN, that's all what is about. UN is about peace, security. UN is about protecting people, protecting the planet, bringing prosperity to people. But UN is first and foremost about building a future, leaving a world to generation to come where they can live through peace, through prosperity, through a planet which is protected, and through a spirit of reconciliation and oneness of humanity. And that's what you symbolize in this room. And when we say that the future is not tomorrow, the future is the young people, it's you, and I just wanted to dedicate these 80 years to you. To your question, May, I think we can expand, and we are known in UN as being able to make a long speech. But what I just wanted to highlight here is first to thank everyone who have helped us to bring together this evening. I want to, in the bargain now, I gain a nephew, I gain a brother, I gain a son, who my son look up to, my daughter look up to, and I think that's something that I just want to celebrate here. Dibang, thank you so much for being who you are. Thank you so much for helping UN in this journey. Let me also thank Creative Alliance that have contributed a lot to bring us together today. Raising Women's Initiative is another partner along the journey, and I just wanted to add also 16 story. Now, what is the next 8 years mean for us is what I just say. It is a world where things we have experienced in the past. Let's remember that UN was created in the ashes of maybe the worst war that humanity has seen. And it was created at a time where humanity decided to leave those behind and say that we, the people, what we want is to bring an institution that can help us to settle dispute, that can help us to settle difference in a way that is peaceful. It is to build an organization that can help us to protect human rights, to build an organization that can help us to build or to increase security, protect the environment, support countries that need to progress toward development, and bring assistance to those that are most suffering or those who are in the humanitarian context. That's what UN is about. And I think today's gathering and this alliance that bring together voice from the civil society, mainly voice from the creative sector, I just wanted to highlight how it is meaningful for us, because it is a time where we see as never before the world connected, as we have seen never before influencing being a kind of sector that is growing. I was looking at Dibang's Instagram profile. He has over close to 5 million people. And I was telling him in my office, as a RC, I have only 40,000 people following me on Twitter. And I'm one of the best RC in terms of social media. That shows clearly the term, when we talk about influence, what it can bring and what it can bring as a change. And what we need is that message that we are talking about peace, security, prosperity, protection of the planet, human dignity. It cannot be confined in the walls of a room. It should go out there. It should reach the last mile. Everyone should be part of it. And when we say leaving no one behind, it means that wherever you are, regardless how far you are from the center or from the mainstream, this message and this value of UN are also for you. And those who have influence above 1,000, above 100,000, above millions are the ones who can carry that message. And that's the meaning I see in this partnership. And that's why also we value it. And that's why it's important for us. Let me stop there, Mia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So my next question goes to the band. You've always said talent is the new oil. I agree with you on that. Through the CREAM platform and now the Nigerian Youth Positively Driven NYPD initiative, you plan to empower people to express themselves positively. How does this platforms connect to the Creative Alliance for Peace? And how can creativity become a tool to counter division and inspire hope?
Huh. That's my question on compass. I'm the bunch, or ski bunch, like my Jamaican friends call me. Capella, like my South Africans call me. Mensa, like my Ghanaians call me. Frike, like my Liberians call me. And if you have been to the eastern side of Nigeria, Osinawata Burogarayawa importer. And I must greet you all specially. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daddy, for your wise words. Today is so special for me personally, because I was saying it yesterday, that this has been what I see to have been missing. An alliance. When you talk about the creative industry, we all know that today content is the biggest export that we have. But we do not have any alliance. We don't have any body. We don't have any platform. where we can run to, either to complain, either for help, either for advice. And that's why when I was called upon, it was a no-brainer. Because with the fact that Africa today is actually the biggest when it comes to creativity, and we have not even scratched 20% when I look at it. I think it's so important for us to come together to be able to have that voice. If you look around the world, when I look at us, I'm 21 years as the band. I think I started in 2004. And I always tell people back then, when they say, how did you do it? That I say, no, in an unstructured structure, we believed in ourselves. And we went in. And that's what we have here in Nigeria. That's what the creatives, that's the power that we have. That if we believe in ourselves, we don't even need anybody to show us. We didn't have anybody showing us in our time, but we're able to break through because we know what we wanted. But imagine if we had a creative alliance, an organization where we can register to, we can run to, where we can either even give our own quota or see mentors that can directly mentor us from there. So that's why today's launch of Creative Alliance for Peace is a no-brainer, not just for music, movie, fashion, arts, and everybody generally. So I'm grateful to be on this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. My next question goes to Olga here. From the director of WIPO, your organization is so important. Creativity cannot thrive without protection. How can WIPO ensure that that Nigerian young creators, the storytellers and innovators driving peace are protected and supported to turn their ideas into lasting social impact?
Thank you very much, May. Very quickly, I'll just say that when a creator comes up with a piece of work, now the legal rights that the person has is what we normally call copyright. So copyright is the field of law that basically protects that creator. It means that what copyright gives you is it gives you the right, both legal, economic rights, as well as moral rights over your work. Now, moral rights, two of them. Someone else cannot take your work and call it theirs. The other moral right is that someone cannot change it without your consent. On the economic side, it means that you have the right to make money from everything that has to do with your work. Now, you can decide to license it, you can decide to assign it, you can decide that you want to share your rights in different ways, the rights of adaptation, of translating it into different languages, to send it around the world. All of that, you have that right. Now, the rights stay with you for your entire life, as well as 70 years after the person dies, right? Now, think about that. That means that when people pass away, there is still money that comes back to them on the basis of what they did in their creative space, on their creative journeys. Unfortunately, when people don't understand that, they see their works being used in different contexts. They see their works that they are creating. And by the way, I should have mentioned that you don't even need to register your copyright to have those rights. It's the only form of intellectual property, or one of them, that there is no form of legal, you don't need to register it. The fact that you've fixed it, you've created it, copyright automatically subsists for you. Now, and so then the question is, why do we lose so much? Why is it that we can see works that Nigerian artists are making or creators are making and other people take it, and in some instances, it even feels like the artists are happy that their work is being used by another person? And I think that's where the question of awareness comes in. And this is where we need to be able to teach our young people. If we look at we've talked about the statistics already, but if you look at the number of people who are creating content, churning out messages, then there needs to be some form of protection that these people who are putting it out know that they can also earn revenue. And why I think it's important to our conversation of peace is that money sometimes drives narratives. In fact, not just sometimes, most times will drive narratives. And so someone who has a heart of peace and wants to put out something for peace, but is being funded by someone who is driven by war, is going to change his message because of the economic drive. But you see, when you do have a system that rewards creators, then we have freedom of expression. And I think in this kind of gathering, when we're talking about a creative alliance, where people are committed to see a future that's different from that has been handed to us, I think that means that if we want to empower our young people to speak freely about this message of peace that they're so committed to, we need a system that rewards and protects these creators. And I think that's where IP is so important. And so one of the things that we also want to be able to do as WIPO is to also give resources, materials that people can just learn freely. Creators who sign up to the platform, who join, can also freely access courses and just know what are my rights and how do I protect those. And I think maybe I should pause there. There's so many other things, but I just want to say awareness is a key thing. When we have that, we're on the first step to transitioning into this message that we want to see.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, I remember having a conversation with Debanj about this, and it's almost as if you were both in the same room, right?
I'm just seeing you for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he said exactly what you said, and the need for creatives to be supported, to be aware, to be supported, and to be protected. So this lineup is really
Listen,
apt.
it's so beautiful. I want to just add to what you said. You know, why I say today is such a special one. It's not a collateral. They say, we don't understand that. And so that has been a big issue for me personally, because I know that if I'm going through it and I'm 21 years, then the next generation, we need to be able to protect them. You know, if you work in the agri sector or even in the oil and gas sector and you get a paper from one of the multinationals, once you walk into the bank and you give them that paper, they'll give you a line of credit on a paper. But on us that they've taken picture, they'll tell you that you have collateral. So about 3 months, 4 months ago, before we started talking about this, there's a bank out of Cairo called Afrexim Bank. Afrexim Bank is Africa Import and Export Bank, and is created to help when you go import and export business. They've supported everyone that we look up to today as, you know, our mentors or entrepreneurs that are successful. But in the creative sector, they've not been able to crack it. So 7 years ago, they launched a $2 billion fund for the creative industry. And 7 years after, I'm looking, I can count how many people have accessed that. Because when you look at the criteria, they will ask you for collateral. But your IP is your biggest collateral. You even just said now that it's the only collateral that, God forbid, if you die, it even shoot up. When Michael Jackson died, poof, you understand? Fela today is the biggest, even after, is such a big IP. So we cannot wait for Afrexim Bank, who has created $3 billion for us. We cannot wait for the talents that are so creative right now, young. We need an alliance to be able to teach them on both sides. First, to be able to educate the Afrexim Bank, say, IP is a collateral. How can we work it? How can we reinforce it? How can we guarantee it? Then on the other end, to now educate the talents that, what you're sitting on is bigger than gold. So that is why this alliance for me makes so much sense. And the future of UN, as we said it, is what Oga said. Because when you watch movies, I told you yesterday, sir, there's a new movie. When you are watching and they are fighting, there's chaos everywhere. Once you just see that United Nations, if you say you see one guy, Big Brother somewhere, you cannot see fairness. You cannot see transparency. So there's no other person or platform that I would have loved to champion such an alliance than United Nations. So I am proud again to say we're on this mission. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And by the way, I know you're all on Instagram, so follow Creative Alliance for Peace, 4 as a number, peace. And stay tuned to what comes after this event. Debanj, you're still going to talk some more. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, so.
As a founding member.
As a founding member of the Creative Alliance.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all.
So I wanted you to basically just kind of advise the young creatives here. You work daily with young creatives who look up to you through your Cream platform. I'm so impressed with what that platform is doing. If you had to challenge them today, what would you say about using their gifts? Some of them have shown their gift through music, art, film, tech. By the way, when we talk about the Creative Alliance, we're not just talking about content creators, we're talking about innovators, we're talking about creators beyond social media. It's quite vast, but don't worry, you're going to get to know more about the Creative Alliance. But what would you, how would you challenge them today, not just to entertain, but to build a more united Nigeria?
Okay. So I'm to advise them.
Yeah, challenge them.
Challenge. Oh, I think I don't already challenge them. Since let me see. So over the years, especially because of the era we came in, when people see me and say, "What do you want? How do you want people to see you?" They see me as visible hope. Like I said, when we started, then we didn't see it as big as this, but we pushed through. And I think that's the biggest strength any of us have. I looked at it and I saw that what everybody is celebrating today is what people before me pushed through, contributed their own quota. I've contributed. How can we make it better for them? I think the challenge, you don't need to challenge our people again. Our people are so challenged right now. They're how do you call it? They're on it. The only issue is, and the only advice is, as creators, we're boxed in our world. The hardest thing is having the right people to help you refine that content, to help you monetize that content. And content is the biggest crude right now. So you need, just like crude oil, you need to refine it and have different byproducts. I think that's the opportunity you're going to have with Creative Alliance. Creative Alliance is not calling for only the talents up front. We're calling for talents behind, those that make the talents up front even shine. Because it's easy for you to look for the next Burna Boy, to look for the next Wizkid, but you forget that Wizkid standing behind him, he needs great management, great legal team, great branding team. And for that, I think that is also another thing that Creative Alliance for Peace is going to be bringing onto the table. So as young talents out there, please do not feel that you're alone, but at least make sure that you're guided to get the right team to be able to help monetize yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This session is not to keep everyone just listening to us. We're just gonna, we're coming to a close now, but to the RC, so I just wanted to find out from you, if you were to look 10 years ahead, and I know you said a little bit about that, what would success look like for the Creative Alliance for Peace? And what is your commitment to ensuring it outlives this moment?
Let me first start by saying that I have a title that is very strange, resident coordinator. I don't know. Everyone should be asking, what do I coordinate? What I coordinate is sitting in front of you. When I talk the UN, when I talk about the UN, it's not only me or it's not my tiny office. It's much bigger than what we all think of. And by the way, WIPO and Toby are part of the UN family. And that protection of intellectual property also is mandate given to them by the member state. Then you have just quoting from me where I'm sitting, I have here UNODC that deals with drugs and crime. I have UNFPA dealing with young people and population. You have ELSI who is dealing with UNDP development program. I have UNESCO, and I have ILO, which protect also labor and promote social welfare. But just to say that when we talk about UN, it's much bigger than just Mohammed and his tiny office that you have seen 2 days ago. It's a wide range. I think United Nations have over 42 specialized agencies, funds, and program. And here in Nigeria, we are around 26, 27, including some that are operating here, but that are non-resident. That's the platform that we offer. Now, as I say, the UN we project to ourselves, we're creating for things that are very simple. Improve the well-being of humanity. We don't have any other mandate. Whether it is through building peace, improving security, promoting development, bringing humanitarian assistance where it's needed, protecting human rights. Those are the area in which we are working. And if you pull them together, that's what makes people better, in a better conditions than what we see today. Now, this alliance can't be only by government. It can't be only by one segment of society. The work is so broad that it has to mobilize and bring together everyone. And this work with Creative Alliance is part of what we call that partnership. If you look today, we are working through what we call the Sustainable Development Goal. I don't want to bring you that jargon, but among the 17 goals that we commit to reach with the member state before 2030, there is what we call the 17 goal that talks about partnership. Because we know that today, the burden of issues that we have to carry, UN alone cannot carry it. Government alone cannot carry it. Private sector alone cannot carry it. Civil society alone cannot carry it. Traditional leadership or civil or community leaders alone cannot carry it. We need to join hands. And I think my perspective in this Creative Alliance, it is to have a platform whereby not only we have an alliance, but the message and the work we are doing can go out of the wall of a meeting room, or can go out of a wall of a ministry, or out of a wall of a brand in a private sector, but it mobilizes everyone. And I think that's really where I see all of us succeeding. And that's where I see all of us taking commitment in our respective area of work. And they are all here. You can freely engage with them. And just don't think that the UN is just the resident coordinator, but the UN is much bigger than the UN resident coordinator. Back to you, May.
Thank you so much. Now, lastly, you know, your when you were speaking, it was so interesting. I mean, I learned so much that I didn't even know about. But if peace had a patent, what would it look like, and how would WIPO help us protect and scale it?
It's always good to have young colleagues who take the difficult question.
Okay. All right. Let's give it a try. So if peace had a patent, so to get a patent, first of all, I mean, let me break something very quickly, and just in the interest of time. To get a patent, now a patent is another form of intellectual property, but to have a patent, you have to show three things: that your innovation is new, it hasn't been done before; that it's something that is the product of an inventive step, so you've improved on what already exists. And the third thing is that it's capable of industrial application. That means it can be scaled and people will buy it, and it makes the society better, essentially. So if we wanted to look at peace in that context, I think first it's hard to think of peace in itself as something that can be subject to this kind of protection. But what you can have is products, processes, expressions of creatives reinforcing a narrative of peace that could be subject to these forms of protection. So someone might have a new software that he believes can contribute to us achieving peace. That could be subject to protection. Someone might have a new song or a new poem that they believe can support the narrative of peace. That can be subject to protection. So going around, I think in a sense that the expressions of young people and their innovative products and processes that help us to get to this target of peace are things that we as a UN family can support with protection. And if we were to protect it, we talked about registration, you know, the need to, but I think it's also remembering that intellectual property is usually it's always territorial. So you just have it protected in that country. And part of what we support as WIPO is to be able to help you protect it in several other countries. So if you have your rights in Nigeria, through WIPO systems, you can have it protected across the world. That's part of what I hope I've answered. But let me say something before I wrap up, May. And I think I just want to pick up on something Dibanj was saying. And Dibanj, when you talked about this issue of collateral, if I can just say something very quickly on that, and I know Elsie has been leading conversations on this finance architecture. Now, there is something that we've struggled with for creatives, and you've talked about the fact that in many other sectors, they've been able to identify solutions. But for creatives, it's usually hard because when you look at your IP as a collateral, many financial institutions are not willing to rely on that to extend loans or funds or grants. And there are two problems that we've often seen, which I think is important to the Creative Alliance that you're thinking about, that we're launching today. The first is, how do we value IP? And I think it's a collective question that all of us here need to also see ourselves as part of. If you're able to respect another person's IP, in that society where you live, the value of IP starts to go higher. Remember when you walk into a bank or to a financial institution, if I say, I have this song and this is my collateral, the question is, how much is it worth? If I say it's worth $5 million, now it's also relying on that society. Does the society think it's worth $5 million? Because that's what the bankers are going to use. And so when we have societies where IP is strongly protected, and so you have the narratives going up. The second point is the secondary markets for IP. If an IP holder defaults on the loan, what recourse does the investor have or the financial institution have to recoup that loan? If it was a physical property, they can sell it, a distress sale, and they get their money back. But for IP, it's very hard. Where in that society, say, but it's already out, someone stole it, there's piracy everywhere, then where do we get recourse? And the reason I raise this is because as the Creative Alliance is established, there's a need to work very closely with government. And the government is responsible for building these institutions that ensure that IP is valued rightly, secondary markets are created, and of course, as Sheikh likes to talk about, that loans are de-risked as much as possible in the favor of creatives. So I just wanted to pause with that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And that brings us to the end of our section. And thank you, Toby, Oluwatobi, right? For this. And thank you, Sir RC and Dibanj. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to what you're going to share with us later.
It's part of the creative. It's true. It's part of the Creative Alliance. We always speak about when we launch a platform, what happens after. So what we're bringing up is literally the first case study that we see as the best way for us to interact. And this being on this panel actually also opened my own mind and seeing how we can plug in. So you mentioned the last session, collaboration. I just want everybody to know Creative Alliance is also about collaborating. Collaboration is the new competition, and together we'll definitely succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm sure if you have any questions, you can give it to any. I think the Waimi is here. She will take any of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for them, please. We're coming into, please, group picture first. As they take the group picture, we are coming to the high point of today, the official launch of the Creative Alliance. And so please allow me to bring on stage founding members of the Creative Alliance, Ajwa Kufo, Senior Human Rights Officer, please, Wale Ajiboye, Matthew, Ohio, please come on stage. And the leadership of the UN organizations that are here, please come on stage. As we kindly request the resident coordinator to officially launch this open for us.
I have no idea.
What is the modality of the launch?
I don't know. It's just to say this is officially open, officially launched. They can follow us on the different platforms. Yeah. Stay tuned. It's going to sing now. The branch is going to sing. It's going to sing. Leave the branch.
Okay, so there has been a unanimous decision to have the Banj be the one to officially launch this open for us. Yes, unfortunately, they were gossiping about you in your presence, so please.
But so how do we? You have put me on the spot now. Okay, please, if you know that you are a creator in the house, please stand up, join us together. Feel free, because this is a big movement for us. Thank you. Wow. Okay. So as I'll speak as one of us. Sir, you give me ID card for United Nations. I don't know the department yet. I think UNDP. Okay, UNDP is taking me.
Be careful. You have so many ideas.
Oh, Mama, I'm sorry about that. I will perform something for you after that. But on behalf of creatives generally, who... Oh, okay. They said they can't see? Oh, okay. So how do you arrange us? Should we bend? So, thank you.
Now the photographer just to meet the
You know, if not before, I don't continue. But I know what happened today, social media, you need the picture right. So, set it well. Are we good? So, as United Nations celebrates 80 years of course, pushing the narrative of peace, dignity, love, we cannot do it without the creators. Now, finally, our opportunity is here. As creatives that have felt lonely, that have felt alone, without the government sometimes, without a proper policy, I'm glad to say that today marks history for the next 80 years to come. As on behalf of United Nations, on behalf of the creatives of the biggest country from Africa, moving globally today, the biggest export, Afrobeat is now the pop globally, and so we should be so proud of ourselves. There's no better time to launch not just an alliance, but a movement. So the Creative Alliance for Peace movement is being launched today as we celebrate 80 years of United Nations. So together you will help me say 3 Oshe. Oshe means thank you, and is one of my intellectual property that I started. And Abi, am I lying? Don't you know Oshe? Abi, am I? So, sir, I will come and give all the list. I'm happy you said that I don't even have to register it. As long as I've created it, it's been registered. Somebody make some noise for Creative Alliance. So we're going to say 3 Oshes just to unveil it open. And then right after that, we're going to... Please stand up, everybody. Please stand up. Because the news is making me feel so good. So, please, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Oshe. 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 Importer. Exporter. As we open... That's another one, sir. They say cocoa water. I'm bringing it to... I don't blow. You see, when you move as creatives, you do not even know, because you are following a dream. You're following a passion. As we start this alliance, we move with celebrating 80 Nigerian youths through the year. We're going to reward each of these 80 people by picking them. We would all pick them together, We're moving, and the movement is called Nigerian Youths Positively Driven. Because we have created the alliance, but we now need the youths that are only positively driven. No. We don't want any negativity. So to celebrate that, we'll be picking 80 Nigerian youths, positively driven, and each of them are going to be rewarded with 1 million naira each. Now, this starts, our 80 years as UN has started now. So till October next year will be 81. So we'll run this by picking 2 every week, 8 millionaires every month for the next 10 months. And you don't have to do anything different than what you're doing as a creative. All you need to do is whether you see someone positively driven in your side, you see someone creating something, you record the person, you will put it up, and we'll reward the person. This is how we start. Beyond the money alone, we spoke about something. We cannot know what to give you if we do not connect with you. So while we create the Creative Alliance, we'll be meeting each of the winners to help further them. You have different departments here that are doing great works. It will be good for us to help connect you positive youths to each of the departments under the Creative Alliance movement. Somebody say amen. And I must greet you all, especially if you know that you are a creative and you are positively driven. Please watch out as we unveil now. You'll be seeing it, NYPD. You sign up, you put your video, you'll be rewarded, and then you'll be rewarded. Thank you so much. God bless you on behalf of the RC, on behalf of everyone. Really seeing that we cannot do it without you. On behalf of myself and the colleagues and those that I've spoken to, I look forward to a wonderful 1-year pilot case study with you guys. Thank you. God bless you. But before I let them go, they did not even know this one. But because I know that I have my mamalets here, we have to do something. I'm going to perform. I'm going to perform, but before we kick off this stream, let us pray. Because this Creative Alliance is making me start. Play that music for prayer first. Let's feel it. Then we move. I'll do only one song for the coconuts. Only the mamalets. No. The men can go, the mamalets will stay. Because when I say don't get it twisted, love is a beautiful thing. Then you know. Play the... That's you? No. You go when you finish, you take the picture. Everybody can move. We're performing this together because I'm here as a partner. You understand? That's as a founding member. Start the music, then we can be moving. Feel free if you know you can. If you know you want to dance, Mama, I told you dance. So you guys will join me. We'll pray that prayer because anyone that says that this Creative Alliance movement will not work, say Allah Maje. Say Allah Maje. Oh yeah, drop that one for me. Let us pray for that. Oh shit. Oh yeah, like this now. Put the hands in the air now, hands in the air now, hands in the air now. Oh yeah, hands in the air now. Oh pressure to rap, alone, put a liver. United Nation, Who Creative Alliance? Listen, I want, I two, I three, go. Some people they want make a cry, some people they play make a die. Why? Oh share, no. Some people they play make a slow, some people no want make a grow, no. Creative Alliance, now please help me. Let's go. Alone. Konika chepua, alone. Oh, I like that. Cheboy, wait. Different people take this world. Some don't like me, while some show me love. But wait there, Creative Alliance is already here. Don't get it twisted, love is a beautiful thing. Don't get it twisted, love is a beautiful thing. Some jazz again. Oh shit. Elsie, I told you yesterday. I told you to bring your dance station. Oh yeah, sweet potato, sugar banana, sweet potato, sugar banana, sweet potato. Are you ready? Let's go. Come on, you don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. We suppose marry cause you don't make me fall in love. Oh shit, fall in love. Oh my God. Together, sing with me, say, my sweet potato, I wanna tell you my mind, wanna tell you my mind, no. I don't understand, no, cause they see well, but they say love is like you. You see, I
as you do so. You are the love of my life, you are the love of my life. I cannot deny you. I wanna make you my wife. Let's go. See, I never thought that I would find someone like you. Now we come to my heart and it's all me I can go. I used to like myself, but I always be creative. But since I spent my life, what do you do? Oh, you don't make me fall. Fall in love, falling. With the but she don't make me falling. She the show, she the better, she the show. Oh my God, you MTP, you gotta put me over the dance. Listen, my sugar banana, I don't get to eat the me I not be able make you come follow me, because you are mama. For better for us, so people get together in any kind of weather. See, I know the joke, say na through at the talk, na through at the talk. My friends they ask me, say what? Oh, what is the matter? Me and the tell them say, creative alliance. You didn't make my scatter. I used to like to stop, but I always be I spend my eyes on you. Oh, you don't make me fall. Bullshit. Oh my God. We have to get down there. You let me show right here. Oh my God. Mama left, mama left, mama left, mama left. Hey, hey, she wanna show me the cocoa. Hey. Are you seeing the best dancer right now? Let's go. Make a tell them. Make a tell them. Go. Hey, Elsie, shoulder. Oh, shoulder. Oh my God, Charlie, baby girl, tell me what you want. It's right here, I got what you need. Hey, you mama, keep on dancing to my Bacardi. She show you me, she going down. Oh, she's the winner. I want to I want to rock, I want to give them the most to die. I'm on the way, I'm not too far. All my sexy ladies won't go down. You can't do one best, they want to not. It's not the same way they done the knock. Tell the DJ, run the down, get to carry the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby girl, tell me what you want. Because it's creative alliance. Let's go. Mama, you know there's 60 days. Say what? Oh, listen, baby girl, tell me what you want. It's right here, I know what you need. No, mama, pull your days from up and me. Hey, oh, wait, you say what? Hold on. I see some, hold on. I see Oliver 2 people at the back there. I see Oliver 2 people at the back there. I see, oh my God, if you know you are an Oliver 2, put your hands in the air like this. Oh, that's why United Nations is here. We are here for peace. Because when you have one and you want an extra one, that's a little twist. But feel free. Put your Oliver 2 hands like this. I see you. I know you. I got a confession for you. I have a confession. Don't take it personal. I have a confession. So you gotta listen. I have a confession. Don't take it personal. See, I got a confession. So you gotta listen. See, I like Beyonce. But she gave me ginger. I like to make it. I got to be better. I like Rihanna. She make me I like Abuja. I like Jerry. I think that she's so sweet. I'm not a worry. But she knows the big carry. Oh, it's from a country. You cannot bring me down. I wanna have them all. I know it's from the truth is that I just are you ready for your quit. But I think I know it. You wanna let it down. You call you out. Listen, you like to do it. To do what? I know you like it. You like to dance it. You like to talk. And you like politics. And I know you love Crystal. But you know this is I thought as much you know. I do not blame you. You wanna have them all. You know it's wrong, but the truth is that you're just oh my God! Congratulations, United Nations! Oh my God! Why you come this? I never fear. When you know, you know. Show me what you want to do. Oh yeah, show me. Are you ready, Abuja? Shake your bum bum. You must need to bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Show me what you must need to eat the bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Shake your bum bum. Hold your bum bum. You must need to eat the bum bum. Hold your bum bum. Eat your bum bum. You must need to eat the bum bum. Hold your bum bum. You must reach and meet you. I think you get ready. What's it on? Thank you so much. God bless you so much. Congratulations to us. Oh my God, I'm the bunch and I must greet you all, especially.
Thank you all. It's time for food and drinks. Please go out. Where? Right opposite, there's food. There are a lot of drinks and food. Please go outside. The party continues. There will be more artists to perform, so we still have a few artists in the house. Please stay back and show them love. You can go get your food, come back and enjoy the rest of the session.
I'm the bunch.
You only have one life to live. If you're lucky, then you might get two. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me through.
I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. No. I'm on top of the world, turn up the crowd. Smoking in the air, look at me now. I'm on top of the world, you turn up the crowd.
regrets. Moving forward, that's all that's left. Wouldn't change a thing, even if I could. I'm stronger now, I'm feeling the wall.